up of winner semis. We've got Doppio rocking the zombie versus Toku and his young Link. Play very regularly, these two. The Punch-Out music is out. Toby is here in spirit. And we've got Minecraft Zombie versus Young Link. Now, Young Link, we've seen what Toku's can do. He can do so very much damage in so little time. He can kill confirm. He can ledge trap. He can wave bounce. He can do everything. Curious to see how he's going to do about the Steve. Controversial character. Doppio, mostly known for his Zero Suit Samus, has been practicing his Steve. Good tech there from Toku. Breaking that bottom block. Now, if you break that bottom block, then Steve has to sort of 50-50 guess as to what you're going to do.
Here we are.
And breaking that block with a simple move, with low lag, is going to be very key.
Just break the bottom block. That's all it is.
Absolutely.
So it's interesting that they've gone to a small battlefield here. I don't know if you... Yes.
Toku almost losing his first stock, but not quite powerful enough. Doppio's here, gathering resources. I think he's out at the moment.
So he's come back to Steve after a short hiatus. He's been trying to implement some new ideas relating to, I'm sure you see it on Twitter all the time. There's always a new Steve tech bouncing about.
There's plenty of 15-year-olds out there with not a lot to do.
Yeah, except to win Japanese majors apparently.
Yeah, apparently so. It's crazy how he's gone from doing absolutely nothing to Japan's best player in 2 months.
Exactly. And Doppio was saying that Steve does weirdly cover decent matchups with ZSS, and he finds the character very fun to play. And it's not hard to see why. The character has so much creative capability. But what's going to be really important from Toku here is he keeps his head in the game. Steve can be a very frustrating character to play against, and we've seen it in the past where Toku can let that get to him. So what we're really hoping to see here is that, he's got the lead, he's playing comfortably, we just want to see that maintained, and even if the game does start to slip away from him, you don't want to see him stress out and start to make silly mistakes. Happens to all of us, but we aim to avoid it either way.
Yes, and mentality, you've got to keep a level head when you're playing.
Exactly.
And there we go, we see that again, the breaking the bottom block.
Once that block is gone, you can just walk under it, it'll break the ones above you, and Young Link's lucky enough that his fire arrow shoots under that block height, so once that bottom block is gone, he can shoot that. Quite a few characters have that luxury. It means that, because once that bottom block is gone, you're usually going to see the Steve pull the trigger on an aggressive option, much like when you attack Plan's Hydrant, for instance. They're going to start fighting out the corner, and that's what we're sort of seeing from Doppio here.
And Doppio not really gathering many. What's he got? Iron at the moment?
Yeah, he's got a decent amount of iron, especially against a character like Young Link, who don't really have the freedom to gather resources consistently. And a nice confirm there with a down tilt to up air, catching that DI in down tilt.
Does it only work on DI in?
I don't know if it only works on DI in, but that's what it's called. Okay, it was at quite a high percent, but I'm not entirely sure if it would have been true regardless of DI.
I need your eyes because I didn't see the blue DI line.
No. Well, I don't know if you know, but the DI line doesn't actually show the direction they're holding. It just shows the direction they'll be launched. So you need to know the move and sort of it doesn't, like, if you're holding in, it doesn't show the blue line going in. It will show it going out and away.
Eat your carrots, boys and girls. Look for that blue line.
Certain moves, it's way easier to see than others. Pikachu's really privileged that for some reason with his mare it just shows really easily. Lucas there's another one where it doesn't actually show all the time, but a nice up B there, taking that first game.
Down tilt to up B, a passage confirmed for Young Link.
A comfortable game from Toku. I'm sure he didn't feel that way playing it. It was probably quite stressful playing against Steve, but the result shows that it was comfortable.
And it's like you said, Steve is a very creative, very expressive character, and I feel with his block, it's such a powerful tool because you can do sort of almost everything with it, and the only limit is your imagination, a bit like Minecraft, if I may. And I think that's why Steve is going to...
Minecraft yourself?
I have not. That's a child game.
Missing out, honestly.
I don't know.
We should get a server together.
We should.
We could put our beds next to each other.
Not crash your computer's video memory.
Absolutely.
14 gigs of RAM.
Amazing. Going into game 2 here, same stage, and now you're seeing those jab confirms. Now, a lot of Steve's combos are very susceptible to SDI, but depending on the tool that affects the hit stun of the move, it's easier or harder to SDI. So Diamond, while has crazy damage, because of the sheer stun on hit, they're actually very easy to SDI out of. So you can get away from those jab forward air loops. But with the wooden tools that Steve starts with, there's much less hit stun, so it's very difficult to get out of those early jab strings. And what you often find is when it comes to SDI out combos is even if you do manage to get out of the jab, you then got to press your correct escape option. And some people air dodge away and they'll just fall into the next jab, and it can be a huge challenge. And here we're already seeing that bottom block is gone, and the fire arrow sneaking underneath it, catching Doppio mining. And now we're seeing Toku play the corner pressure.
And Doppio hasn't really gone and adapted to this. The bottom block is broken and he sort of panics, and Toku is just playing his game. And I feel as Steve, you want to make them play your game.
Exactly.
And that's when you win.
That's where the strengths are. That's really where the strengths are. Something I've seen Doppio experimenting with is making placing 2 blocks on the ground floor sort of in a line. And that just gives him a bit more time. Because once that first block is gone, he can then start reacting. The issue is if you only build that 3x1 wall, then as soon as that bottom block is gone, there's a fire arrow coming your way, and you're stuck in the corner behind your own wall.
Yeah, and what I feel Doppio hasn't really gotten a hold of is ledge tapping or edge guarding. I don't think I've seen any of that really. Toku's just got on to...
So I can say that it's making you eat your words there.
Right.
So what Doppio does have down is he has a few of the trap setups at ledge, but the difficulty is that they take time and resources to set up. So the only time we'll probably see those is if he launches Young Link far enough away that he has to do like a bomb recovery or something. But he does have certain setups where, you've seen the Gimba video on it, technically you can cover every single option. They're quite silly, to be honest, but that's Steve,
Absolutely. And Toku here on ledge, getting caught by that down smash.
That down smash, active for more frames than you might imagine. You're seeing an attempt there with the TNT covering roll and using the anvil to cover the other options.
I just feel like there was just anvil down.
Yeah.
He's not tethering.
Yeah.
Anvil down.
Just drop one on his head, exactly.
Absolutely.
And there you can't, if you shield that minecart, you have to roll in or spot dodge or use another quick option because it will grab you on shield. It's very impressive that way. And we're seeing that even the wood blocks are no match for Young Link's fire arrow and down tilt. They simply don't last as long.
How does it go then? Because I don't have to see. Is it
so different? So it's actually different stages will provide different resources. So sometimes and also the other important thing is that on different stages he uses different tools to mine. So one of the many reasons you never want to take Steve to FD is because he uses his shovel to mine, and that's the only time he'll ever use that shovel. So if he goes to a different stage and he uses his pickaxe to mine, it's going to break and he's going to have to fix it at the crafting table. Well, that won't happen. And there's that down air, just as you were talking about, but the tech is going to say Toku. And again, the ledge trapping sort of just opting for preemptively covering options rather than reacting to the get up. Some shenanigans at the ledge here with the minecart.
148. That minecart. Going to take Minecraft.
Straight to Minecraft.
Minecraft. Looking like the Steve Reveal trailer out here.
Exactly.
Again, got a lot of work to do. He's got another diamond, so that might come into play, and you cannot count Steve with Rage and Diamond out.
Diamond is... it's a comeback mechanic, it's a snowball mechanic, it's incredibly strong. Got a boomerang saving there, but we might see a forward air here, not getting the spike hitbox. Air dodging into the up smash, and we're already seeing crazy damage here.
He's not got a pickaxe.
No, his tools have broken. If you can see his resource bar, he's only got a little bit of iron and no blocks, and a greedy up smash there, looking to give himself time to gather resources, but you're going to see Toku just play this corner pressure and not let him get, and that's the last piece of iron gone, and now his disadvantage is going to be even worse than it already is. That down tilt to up air taking once again.
Yes. I've heard, and what does breaking the crafting table do? Because I see a lot of people, when I play Steve on Wi-Fi, I just... So I think it's a bit of trolling. Because people say that, so all it means is he can't go to his crafting table to repair, but he can just shield and press B and it spawns another one straight away. Does it not take materials to do that? Because that's what I
don't think it does.
You can extend your
There's no advantage to killing the crafting table, is there really? Does it? Okay.
Takes the dynamite bit.
It's only ever used to break it when
He's planking.
The anti-Steve meta right here, right now.
Yeah. So Steve can do that thing where he drops off ledge and places a block and will like mine and then up smash and then place another one and mine and up smash. And it's a lot of characters really struggle to contest it. That's his way of planking. But if you destroy the crafting table, I believe then he's gonna like lose resources quicker than he can mine them. I think. But there's so much to this character that I'm not going to pretend to be informed on with it.
And again, we got Zombie sort of putting me in the corner, but getting out quite a lot. I'd like to see a little bit more of trying to keep him in the corner. You know, you've got those blocks; they do wonders for you. Ooh.
You're seeing an attempt at the setup that he actually didn't quite get it right, but he still managed to sort of get something out of it.
Okay, down throwing, down up air, relatively even game.
Yeah, looking close. Same stage again as well.
Oh, back row!
Doppio clearly accepting that the stage isn't the problem. He trusts himself to adapt. And there you're seeing exactly what I was talking about. But even then, the down tilt still makes pretty quick work. But look how many materials he's got just for using that different setup where Toku wasn't quite certain of the way to deal with it right there in the moment. And Doppio took full advantage of that. He's got a full bank of materials now.
And that up B is crazy.
I don't know why they thought it was okay to put glides back in the game. We saw them in Brawl. People seem to generally agree that competitively they're not okay. And we nearly made it to the end of the game before they brought another one straight in. And of course, why not give it to Steve?
I mean, Meta Knight's glide was really good, but
Yeah.
Charizard's glide was
I'll be honest, I wasn't there. I'm not.
It was not very good.
Yeah.
It was not a Meta Knight glide. That character's glide was not okay.
And mashing out of the grab there, nearly getting caught on the release frames, but no pickaxe here on Doppio, I don't think. So he's going to really struggle to find some advantage in this stock.
And he keeps getting hit by arrow as soon as he lands. I'd
Yeah.
like to see him place blocks
Yeah,
to help
stall his landing. Stall his landing.
And he's not quite doing that. And every time he gets landing, it's arrow, and he just keeps getting caught.
Exactly, but we're seeing again there that double block setup that I talked about really working for him. And that minecart sometimes does just send you to the depths. So characters like Youngling, not at all a good recovery really. Sometimes will just die if they can't mash out quickly enough.
Oh, I missed that tech chase on the platform. That could have been big damage.
Yeah. Oh, Doppio air dodging off stage, but the glide is saving him. And again, he's still utilising this minecart to get up the corner. It's such a difficult tool to contest, especially for Youngling. I mean, up air will work, but forward air and back air being multi-hits and nair is pretty strong on startup, but of course with the sour spot. And again, here we go. The bomb throwing over that time is catching him mining. That was good.
Yeah, and here we've got a little house here with a garden wall. But no, again, sort of using that. We've got all sorts
I think
of
he could have just hit him there. I don't think he remembered that the block was still there and wasn't expecting him to stop.
All sorts of spaghetti there.
Yeah. And again, you're seeing it from Doppio. The ledge trapping isn't quite, the free flow ledge trapping isn't there. He's just sort of preemptively pressing these smash attacks and these buttons to cover the options rather than actually reacting to the get up.
And again, he's out of materials. He's got no materials.
He used that last eye and saved the day, and that is just about to secure the stock. And look, now he's going to get a nice fresh bank of iron and blocks, and he's looking good.
Is he going to save gold for his last stock, or do you think he's going to use it for this stock?
I don't think he'll really be thinking about using it, personally. My understanding of gold is that it's basically just quicker and safer shield data, and it does unlock some more combos, but I think Josh is just looking for the diamonds, you know.
They are a girl's best friend, perhaps they're a zombie's best friend as well. So here we go. Steve on his second stock. Toku got a little bit of a field climb,
Forward
but he
air,
can do it.
not quite working out there.
And again, that jab and
hit. See, those are the combos that Toku really needs to be SDIing, because you can SDI out of those if you just try, but it takes a lot of sort of mental awareness to actually, especially at this level, to actually remember to SDI those combos, because there aren't many characters that will make you SDI. But if you don't, Steve is gonna. I mean, Doppio has those combos down. Respect to him, he's got that. Those jab combos down. Oh, I would have liked to have seen an up smash there from Doppio rather than the F smash.
So obviously the shield frames when you got 11
11
shield
frames, exactly.
You know, up smash comes out instantly.
Yeah, I mean, he might have been worried about scaling it, but it's such a strong move anyway. I don't think he needs to think too much about that.
And obviously Steve is very good at unscaling his moves with the Minecraft, with the jab.
Exactly, exactly. A fairly fast pummel as well.
Here we go. Toku's brought himself back into this game. And you were talking about that mentality.
Exactly.
Keeping it together.
He should be really happy with how this has gone. And he's been looking really good about closing this out. And that's going to be a nair.
He's just slowing it down. Ooh, what was that?
So he's out of iron here, but he's got the freedom to pick it up, but no coverage with the block. He's looking quite vulnerable. The up smash. That is going to take it.
That's it.
A comfortable win for Toku. Close in that last game, but it was great to see him sort of, keep his head clear and just play.